Hello dear students, I am with my second lecture on automorphism of groups. In my previous lecture, I just defined what is automorphism mapping over groups and what are the basic properties of that mapping, and also we have discussed the inner automorphism and we have just defined automorphism and have seen some of the examples of automorphism. Now some more important properties of automorphism. So first of all, we can define automorphism is what? A mapping of a group G onto itself, which is 1-1, onto, and composition preserving. In easy way, you can say a isomorphic mapping from a group G onto itself. It is called automorphism. Now we can define over a group so many automorphism. So now we take the set of all automorphism as set of all automorphism. And basically automorphism is a mapping. So we are going to show in our first theorem that this set of automorphism under the composition of mapping, under the product of mapping, forms a group. And this group is called automorphism group. This group is called automorphism, group of automorphism or automorphism group. So we have the theorem, the set of all automorphism of a group forms a group with respect to composition of composite composition or product of mapping. Since the set of all automorphism is a group, we have to prove all the four things, that is, it is closed, associativity holds, existence of inverse, existence of identity. So first, let us denote the set of all automorphism defined over a group G by AG. So we have to show this set AG forms a group under the multiplication of mapping defined by F of G. You have already taken this Fogg and Goff type of product mapping. F of G A is equal to F of GA for all Fg belonging to AG and A belonging to G. So for this, we have to show it is a group. So first of all, we have to show it is closed with respect to this mapping. So let F and G be any two elements of AG. So they are automorphism mappings defined over G. So these mappings are 1-1, onto, and composition preserving. So now we have take a composite mapping of the two mapping. We know if two mappings are 1-1 onto, then their composition mapping will also be a 1-1 onto mapping. So to show the composition mapping GOF or FOG is again a automorphism, then it will be proved. So consider GOF, the composite mapping defined over G, where F and G are automorphism on G, and let A and B be any two elements of G. So we consider GOF AB, this will be equal to G of FAB, and since F is automorphism, so this F will preserve composition, so FAB can be written as FA into FB, and this G is mapping for FA and FB. It is also composition preserving, so it can be written as G of FA and G of FB, and this is by the definition GOF of A, GOF of B. So this type, therefore, G of F preserves composition. So if F and G are two automorphism mapping, then their composite mapping GOF will also be automorphism and defined over G. So it will be in AG. So this implies for all F and G belonging to AG, F of G belongs to AG. So AG is closed under the composition mapping. Now we show the associativity. So let us consider three automorphism defined over the group G as FGH. And consider F operation G bracket operation H of over A, where A is any arbitrary element of G. And by the definition of this composite mapping, this will be equal to F of G HA. And first we take, and by the definition again, composition mapping, the definition of composition mapping, this will be equal to F of G HA, and this will be equal to GOHA, and this will be this. And from here we can easily see that the product of mapping or the composition of mapping is associative over the elements of AG. That is, the composition is associative. So the second property is satisfied, associativity. Now we see the existence of identity. We defined an identity mapping I from G to G dash, such the property of identity mapping is what? It takes the element and its image will be same. So we defined identity mapping I G to G such that Ix equal to X for all X belonging to G. This identity mapping is clearly 1-1 and non-2 mapping. So now we have to show it preserves composition. So for that, it is easy to see, and now we take any arbitrary element of AG, F. So now F operation I A over A, by the definition 1, this will be equal to this, and IA is equal to A, and this will be equal to FA. Similarly, this IOF is equal to FA. So we have shown that when we operate the identity mapping over any automorphism mapping from G, you can say F, then it becomes what? F of I over A is equal to FA is equal to I of F over A. So this implies I behaves like identity element of group. So I is identity of the automorphism set AG. So identity element exists in AG. Now we show inverse. We have to show each element of AG preserve its inverse in AG. Since we know a mapping is invertible if and only if it is 1-1 and on2. Since F is automorphism, so obviously it is 1-1 on 2, so it will be invertible. So this implies F inverse exists, and F inverse will also be 1-1 on 2. To show F inverse is automorphism, it is left to show it preserves composition. Now let X and Y be any two arbitrary elements of set G, group G, and A and B such that FA is equal to X, FB is equal to Y. So A is equal to F inverse X and B is equal to F inverse Y. So now we assume F inverse X is equal to F inverse Y. So this implies A equal to B, and this implies FA is equal to B, FB, this since F is 1-1, and this implies X equal to Y. So this means F inverse is 1-1. So now we say check whether F inverse is onto or not. So let A be any arbitrary element of G and F be any arbitrary element of FA, AG. So this implies FA belongs to AG. So there corresponds for each element A, there exists a mapping FA belonging to AG. So it is onto mapping such that F inverse FA is equal to A. So this implies F inverse is onto mapping. Now it is left to show F inverse preserves composition. So for this, we consider two arbitrary element X and Y of G, and we operate these two product of these two elements over F inverse. So by definition, F inverse XY will be what? F inverse X is FA and Y is FB. So this will be equal to FA into FB, and F is homomorphism mapping. So it preserves automorphism mapping. So homomorphism mapping to it preserve composition. So if it preserves composition, you can write F inverse into FAB. And this implies this will be equal to AB, and A is F inverse X and B is F inverse Y. So we have proved that F inverse XY equal to F inverse X and F inverse Y. So this implies F inverse preserves composition. So this implies F inverse is 1-1 onto and composition preserving over a group G onto itself. So it is an automorphism mapping. Moreover, we have to show this F inverse over this, you can easily say. So thus each element of AG has its inverse in AG. So all the four properties of group are satisfied by AG. So it is obviously a group. Now the second theorem, which is on inner automorphism. The set of all inner automorphism is a group of a group is a normal subgroup of group, and its automorphism automorphism isomorphic to some quotient group G by Z, where Z is a center of group. You know the definition of center of group. So let G be a group and E be identity element of G. So TE, you can say it is defined an automorphism, and IG be the set of all inner automorphism. So TE will belong to IG. So this implies IG will not be empty. So IG is not phi. That is, set of all inner automorphism is not empty, not phi. So now we have to show IG is a subgroup, and then we show it is a normal subgroup. So first we show IG is a subgroup. You know subgroup of automorphism of G, that is AG. Let G1 and G2 be belongs to G be arbitrary. So TG1, you know inner automorphism, we have already discussed. TA type of mapping exists. A is fixed element. So if G1 and G2 be two elements of G, then TG1 and TG2 be two inner automorphism defined over G. Now consider TG1 into TG2 of X. This will be by product of mapping. It can be defined by this. And you know the inner automorphism TA of X is equal to X inverse AX A inverse. So this can be defined by G2X G2 inverse. And by define this, this can be equal to G1 G2X G2 inverse and G1 inverse. So by associativity, you can get this. So this is equal to G1 G2 and X G1 G2 whole inverse by reversal law. And this is what? This is by this definition, TG1 into TG2 is an inner automorphism. So TG1 into TG2 is equal to TG1 G2. So let TG belongs to IG be arbitrary, where G belongs to capital G. So G inverse belongs to G and TG inverse belongs to IG. Now consider TG into TG inverse, and this will be equal to T of GG inverse. This is by equation 1, which says that two inner automorphism TG1 into TG2, the product of two inner automorphism is equal to TG1 G2. So by that property, we can have TG into TG inverse equal to TGG inverse, and that is TE, and T is equal to I. T is equal to I, identity inner automorphism. Similarly, TG inverse into TG, we can write it by this. So this implies what? TG into TG inverse equal to T is equal to I is equal to TG inverse into T. So TG inverse is inverse of TG. So that implies for subgroup, for G be a subgroup of G, we have to show what? The first thing, it is closed, and the second thing, we have to show the inverse exists. So both the properties are hold. So this implies the set of all inner automorphism is a subgroup of auto G. Now we have to show it is normal subgroup. And we know the definition of normal subgroup. For that we will take T as automorphism for any G belonging to capital G. So TG will be in inner automorphism. So we consider T, TG, T inverse X, and that is what? By the composition rule, this will be equal to this, and by the definition of inner automorphism, this is equal to this, and since T preserve composition, so it will be easily, we can write this. And similarly, after solving, we get this is TGX, and this implies this belongs to IG. So this implies T of TG into T inverse X is equal to T TG T inverse, and this belongs to IG. So this type of element belongs to IG. So when X inverse type of element belong to a subgroup, then that subgroup is called normal subgroup. So this inner automorphism is a normal subgroup. Now further we have to show the set of all inner automorphism IG is isomorphic to some quotient group G by Z, where Z is a center of group. You know the center of group, any normal subgroup which is such that ZX is equal to XZ, where the element commute. To show that, so we have to show what? we have to show this inner automorphism Ig is isomorphic to some quotient group G by Z. The quotient group formed by the G by Z, Z is center of group, and we know center of group is normal, so it is not. So first we defined a mapping theta from G by Z to Ig, which is given by theta of, theta G ZG is equal to Tg. Let it be equation number 3. Let G1, G2 be any arbitrary elements of G. Now consider G1 ZG is equal to G2 ZG. So this implies G2 inverse G1 belongs to ZG. This is a very important property. HA barabar HB implies A inverse B belongs to. This is a property of cosets. So now we consider G2 inverse into G1x is equal to X, G2 inverse into Gx, and this can be written by this. This will be there, and so easily we can see this, and by the definition of Tg, this will be equal to this, and this shows that this mapping is well defined. This mapping is well defined. We have taken the images and show that Ta is equal to Tg. So this implies this mapping is well defined. Now we show theta is 1, 1. For this, we take two images of two elements with theta, and we show Tg1 equal to Tg2 by equation 3. So this implies this mapping is 1, 1. So now also there exists, we have to show this mapping is onto. For this, we consider Tg in Ig. Ig means inner automorphism, where G belongs to capital G, and we take GZG, and we take GZG is equal to G by ZG, so such that the theta image of this is equal to Tg. So this implies this theta is onto. Now it is only left to show that theta is isomorphism. It is only left to show this theta preserves composition. For this, we consider theta of G1 ZG and G2 ZG, product of two things, and this will be equal to, by definition, G1 G2 ZG, and this by definition of theta, this will be equal to Tg1 G2 and Tg preserve composition. So this is equal to Tg1 into Tg2, and this is equal to theta. This is equal to theta G1 ZG into theta G2 ZG by the composition of this mapping, and this shows that theta preserves composition. So theta preserves composition, that means what? Theta preserve composition, that means theta preserve composition, theta is onto, theta is 1, 1, theta is well defined. So we have defined there exists a mapping from G by Z, a quotient group, to Ig, which mapping is 1, 1 onto composition preserving, and it is well defined. So it is an isomorphism mapping, so that we have to show for this theorem. So I have discussed today some of the theorem on automorphism and inner automorphism, and I have shows that set of all automorphism forms a group, and now I prove one theorem of inner automorphism. So that's all for today's lecture. I hope you all understand. So have a nice day and goodbye.